Hello, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene. I am at the Michigan Renaissance Festival with the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. How are you doing today?
I'm doing most excellently well today, my lord, and how art thou?
Oh, no, miss, I'm not a lord at all. I've been known from time to time to be the Duke of MIGeekScene, but that's merely it.
Well, if you are a duke, then you are always referred to as my lord.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Queen.
You are most welcome.
This is the opening weekend of Murph, or no, not Murph, the Michigan Renaissance Festival, although I do like saying Murph. That's just fun.
It is fun.
Murph, but nonetheless, I'm shaking with anticipation because I don't know how to react to interviewing the Queen.
My
Oh, I'm
lord.
verklempt.
We will just speak. How is that? As if we are old friends.
Begin scene.
There you are.
All right. Well, Queen, since we are at a Renaissance Festival, what was your first exposure to the Ren Fair community?
My first exposure to the community was about 25 years ago when I stepped foot into a realm for the first time, and I truly enjoyed it. And then immediately I went in as a member of the village, and I have been presiding as queen here at the festival, at this festival, for 17 years.
Oh, okay. Are there any favorite activities that you like to preside over?
Well, actually, my lord, I may have kept you waiting a moment because I was at one of my favorite activities,
Ooh.
which is archery.
Oh, does the Queen partake in archery herself?
Indeed she does, and I am a very good shot.
I was about to ask that, but never mind.
I'm an exceptional shot, sir.
I would not doubt that one bit. But do your opponents fear going against you because not only are you the Queen, but a skilled marksman?
There are always those who choose to challenge me. Sometimes they may edge me out by a single arrow. Today I was 3 up over my closest opponent.
I wish I would have been present to see that, but I obviously did not have the time. I had to set up for this
Right?
very exclusive interview.
We all have our duties, my lord.
Indeed. Well, Queen, I know this is a little off the beaten path of a question, but have you encountered King Arthur of the Britons from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or people who have acted out the scene at your time at the Ren Fair?
Oh, you are speaking of that play.
Yes, that
Where
play.
those silly people are chasing around with knights that say knee and those
And coconuts.
I have met them. And they are just as silly as in person as they are in the play.
Well, the knights who say knee have they have a penchant for shrubberies.
Well, they do that. And from time to time, some of them will show up and chase after my carriage, banging coconuts together. I know not why, but at least it's a pleasant sound.
Well, Queen, from what I understand, you have a very close relative, the Lady Caroline, that
Aye.
you care deeply about.
Indeed, I do.
And you know quite extensively about her.
I do. She and I are very, very close friends. Have known each other for a very long time, all our lives, in fact.
Well, when I was looking to Lady Caroline, I noticed that two of her influences, her favorite actresses, was Bette Davis and Katharine Hepburn.
Betty Davis and Katharine Hepburn,
Yeah, I
indeed.
was a little perplexed whether it was Betty or Bet.
Betty.
Yes, thank you.
For indeed, that Betty has done a wondrous play called Elizabeth in Essex that was just beautifully done. Now, she plays a very harsh version of me, but still, Caroline liked it very much. And Katharine Hepburn, what is there not to like about her? She was fierce, independent, talented beyond belief, intelligent, well-spoken, like me.
Oh, Caroline also, from what I understand, did dancing back in the day. Is that correct?
She was quite an accomplished dancer for many years, dancing ballet, jazz, modern.
Was she influenced by Gene Kelly by chance?
No, not so much. Some of her more earlier influences, I think, were some of the ballerinas of the time, and certainly Martha Graham and Isadora Duncan and some of the early modernists.
Okay. And from what I understand, she was a part of a acting troupe known as the Wise Guys. Would you be able to elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, she still
from what she's told you.
She still is. She still is. And Wise Guys is a wonderful group that goes out and performs for private events and large conventions and that sort of thing. So whatever character that they may decide to people their event, she will go out among others and do all sorts of it. You name it, she's done it.
And since you've watched her perform many times, do you notice that if she's had any, what we like to call spinal tap moments while performing?
Spinal tap moments.
Where comedic mishaps happened while she was acting?
All the time. It's live theater. It is certainly going to happen to everyone sooner or later.
Any moments of corpsing by chance?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, well, Caroline seems to be the consummate professional, because as horrible as it happens, I still find it hilarious when an actor accidentally corpse on stage.
Well,
I mean, I know that's very frowned upon,
it is extraordinarily frowned upon.
But it also goes to show that they're human.
Absolutely.
Pardon me, Queen, I'm sorry. Also, from what I understand, Caroline is involved with this newspaper called the USA Crusader.
She was for a very long time. The Crusader is no more. She and her husband founded the newspaper and ran it. And then he passed away, and she ran it for 3 years after his death.
Okay.
So until it got to the point where she had other things she wished to pursue, and knowing that that was his dream and he would not have wished her to be saddled with that dream, she closed it down and started pursuing her dreams as she knew he would want her to do.
And from what I understand from that, you did a very good thing with that. So I must applaud her.
It was an exceptional thing. They helped capture hundreds of wanted fugitives and missing children brought home, and really helped create a much safer community in which they lived.
You really can't go wrong with that.
Not at all.
Now, as we're last question about Caroline, what do you think she would say about Queen Elizabeth Tudor?
I think that...
About you.
About me.
Oh.
I think that Caroline has always admired me. She has done an extensive research, so much that she can freehand my signature, which I'm not terribly happy about because she could forge documents in my name. However, she has always admired, as she did with Betty Davis and Catherine Hepburn, strong, independent women who could speak their mind. And so I think if she were ever given the opportunity to play me, she would be beside herself to do so.
Excellent. Queen, from what I understand, you have you were fond of the late Owen Fife. Do you have any favorite songs or albums by him and his crew? The New World Renaissance, and then very many musical acts that he was involved with.
I know not that there isn't a song of his I don't like. La Prima Vase is lovely. Of course, here at this festival, we all have a soft spot for one that was one of his favorites to sing, but also for us to hear him sing, and that was Held to the Company.
That's a very good song. The only time I've ever been exposed to that song was at another Ren Fair. So, and after looking into the lyrics, that's an excellent song.
It is. Reminds us all to hold on to the moment.
Exactly. Well, what does the Ren Fair community mean to you?
This is truly a community. It is supportive. It is loving. Many of these people are family. They are not friends, they are not co-workers, they are family. And that is something that is extraordinary to find in these times.
All right. And Queen, the last question. What would you like to say to all your loyal subjects out there who have supported you for years?
What I would like to say to each and every one of them is your support has meant more to me than I could ever tell you, because it is easy for me to come out here, But my job would be very hard to be out here doing what I do without the support of all of these good people who let me be queen and support me in being queen. And I cannot tell them how much I appreciate their love and support, which I receive all the time.
Okay. Well, folks, this is Joe from MIGeekScene standing here with the Queen. Take it easy.